This is Steve Ridgel, and so just over a week ago, our son Jodan was ordained as an elder at his home church, the Hills in Fort Worth. And there are a lot of things I think about with that. One is, of course, we're proud of him, but not because of the office becoming an elder. What we're proud about him of is the kind of man he's become, the kind of man who the people in his church recognize as someone they want to follow, someone who can lead them, someone who will, if they get behind him, he will get them to Jesus. He will be a fantastic shepherd because he deeply loves the Lord and he deeply loves people. And we are proud of the kind of person he is. But it doesn't surprise anybody that's known Jodan very long knows eventually he was going to be an elder, a shepherd of his church. It's just the preacher said that. Rick said that Sunday when they were ordaining him, that he had seen that coming for a long time. And of course you have. But I want to say a couple other things about Jodan becoming an elder. One is a shout out to his wife Jamie. I was an elder for a number of years, and so I could not have done that or been effective had not Marcia, my wife, been really bought into that. My dad was an elder, Jodan's granddad, and I know how much my mom did to help people. And so I'm pretty convicted that real shepherding as an elder comes from having a elder couple. Now, I get men are elders. I'm not arguing that, but I do think if you don't have a wife who y'all have a strong marriage, serve as great role models, and a wife that is just as approachable as the elder, that women will come to and confide in, that couples will feel good about her being there, to have a woman's voice with Jodan, that he hears her perspective. There are so many great things about Jamie being an elder, and she too comes from a long line of elder families. Her dad was actually an elder for a number of years, where Jodan's now an elder, and that's sweet. And I think her granddad, he was a preacher a long time, but I think he was an elder too for a while. So she too comes from a long line of that kind of faith. So Jamie and Jodan will be a great elder couple. But I also want to give a shout out to Jodan's 3 kids, 3 of my 5 grandkids, Anna, Andrew, and Austin. Because I'm convinced when you read about the kind of man that you want to be an elder, it talks about his kids, that he had believing children, that if he can't take care of his own house, how can he take care of the house of God? And I'm really proud of those 3 grandchildren for this. They're almost all grown now. Anna's at college, Andrew will be at college next year, Austin in high school. But they're all passionate believers who are growing in their faith. They are strong Christians. They want to do better in their spiritual walk. And I look at Jodan's kids and I think, you know what, if he led a church that reflected his family, that'd be a pretty strong church. And so for all of those reasons, I'm proud of Jodan. I'm proud of his family. I'm most proud that God has done a great work in Jodan. He's been a believer in Jesus for a long, long time, since he was a kid. I remember clearly still the night he was born again, and I baptized him, and I just watched him grow. And you always want your son to be better than you are, and he is, and he'll be a better elder than I ever was. And so the Hills will be blessed. And Jodan, I love you. I'm proud of you. And Jamie and the kids, you too. This is Steve Ridgel, being thankful I get to be shepherded some by my son.